In a world filled with rules, expectations, and constant judgment, it can be easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Sometimes people measure others by what they do, how they act, or how perfectly they follow traditions. But Jesus came to show us a different way, a way that places mercy above religion, compassion above criticism, and people above any system. One day, Jesus and his disciples were walking through the fields on the Sabbath. The disciples were hungry, so they picked a few heads of grain to eat. To the Pharisees, the religious experts of that time, this was a violation of their strict rules. They immediately pointed fingers and accused Jesus' followers of breaking the law. But Jesus saw something deeper. He saw hunger, need, and human lives, not broken rules. And this is where the lesson begins for us today. Jesus reminded them that David once ate the consecrated bread when he and his men were hungry. He reminded them that even the priests work on the Sabbath. But the Pharisees were too focused on rules to recognize what God truly desired. Jesus then spoke the words that still echo through time. The Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath, meaning the Sabbath was made to bless people, not burden them. And this is where we must pause and reflect, because the message Jesus spoke to the Pharisees is the same message he speaks into our modern world. Today, religion can still become cold. Traditions can become more important than people. Some judge others by how they dress, how they worship, where they come from, or what mistakes they have made. But Jesus teaches us something different. Mercy is greater than religion. Compassion is greater than criticism. Love is greater than legalism. As Jesus walked further, he entered a synagogue. Inside was a man with a withered hand. The religious leaders watched closely, trying to trap him. They were not interested in the man's suffering, only in whether Jesus would break the rules. Jesus asked them a question that exposes every hardened heart. Is it lawful to do good or to do evil on the Sabbath? To save life or to destroy it? No one answered him. But Jesus answered with action. He healed the man right there, in front of everyone. He restored the man's hand, but he also revealed the brokenness inside those who judged him. Because to Jesus, a hurting person is always more important than a rule. And this is where the lesson becomes personal. In our modern world, we too face moments where we must choose between judgment and grace, between pointing fingers and extending a hand, between protecting tradition and showing love. We meet people who are struggling with their faith, their identity, their mistakes, their past, their failures, and it becomes easy to condemn. But Jesus shows us that the heart of God is not found in rigid rules, but in mercy that heals, restores, and lifts others up. Mercy means choosing to forgive when it's easier to stay angry. Mercy means giving compassion when someone doesn't deserve it. Mercy means seeing the person before you, not the rule they broke. Mercy means choosing love over judgment always. Religion often says, "Earn your place." Jesus says, "I came to give you grace." Religion says, "You failed." Jesus says, "I forgive." Religion says, "You're not good enough." Jesus says, "Come to me." And so the lesson we learn is simple but life-changing. A rule may guide a moment, but mercy can change a life. As we live our daily lives in our homes, workplaces, friendships, families, and relationships, we are called to reflect the heart of Jesus. We are called to choose compassion over criticism. We are called to lift the broken, not judge them. We are called to love even when the world expects us to condemn. Because in every act of mercy, we carry the heart of Jesus into a world desperate for grace. And that is the powerful lesson Jesus continues to teach us today. Mercy is greater than religion.